Okay, my wife figured out the garage. We're good to go. 1 out of 2 problems solved before we hopped on. Nice. Welcome, Justin Adams, founder, CEO, owner of RxGymnastics, Rapid Rings. I love this product, and we'll talk a little bit about them and how they can be beneficial at an affiliate. I still think to this day, rings are like one of the messiest things in a box. So learning how to, and then you put them away, you take them out back and forth. But anyway, we'll talk about that. We'll talk about some gymnastics stuff. And the cool part is you're going to be at Affiliate Con weekend of October 15th, Dallas, Texas. If you haven't already, Christian, I'm sure the link to buy tickets is around. VIP day going on sale shortly or already on sale, and lots of just huge announcements in the works. So we're excited to have you.
Yeah, VIP is live.
I'm doing the affiliate order thing. I'm looking online right now to like how much is it going to cost me to get 12 sets of these. Like I need, because like I've gone through every variation of rings you could possibly imagine. Like the plastic rings, the wood rings, whatever the poly, whatever those rings are, the really long straps that nobody knows how to feed through properly and they become a safety hazard. The current set I'm on is the Rogue, the competition ones that have like the loops in them.
Little carabiners,
those are easier than all of the other ones, but they still don't store nicely. And I'm sure these rings work, Justin. I'm far more interested in how they store.
I mean, we can show you that too.
I can show you here. I got a set just happen to be hanging.
Oh, it's just so random. I love that.
For real, like I don't usually record in here, but cool. And then right back up. Is that
I'm looking at this hole. They have like a mounting rack on here where you can just set whatever probably 5 sets on there.
So
I've had
just
these for like 5 years now.
Little plug. If you buy a set of 5, they send you that rack for free. So there's that. Just
they meaning you.
So clarifying detail, just because it may be a little confusion. I run RxGymnastics and I love Rapid Rings. So Rapid Rings is not my company. I'm there for every one of their events because I use these literally daily. I use them in every one of my seminars. I pack them in a bag so that I can bring them, because when you don't have rings that adjust quickly, when I'm running these ring gymnastics seminars, man, it's so hard. It takes so much more time. So I love this. And so I work with them, but I am not the one physically shipping them out. So yeah, you're going to see me on a lot of videos because I think they're awesome. But I do not run the company. I'm purely RxGymnastics.
So you got like an affiliate link, Justin? You got like a rapidrings.com/Justin for 10% off?
Yeah,
or something like that?
if you use code RxGymnastics, you get a bit off. So use that code, please.
Well, we don't have to dive into these any further, but I think if you're an affiliate owner, it's definitely worth considering from a space perspective, from just, especially if there's some storage options. I leave these up because I just like to be able to hop on rings whenever I want without having to like Fern was saying, set them all up.
Well, if you haven't seen them, I do think it's worth at least like taking a look. I'm going to be doing some demo stuff a little bit later today, but it's the easiest ones to zip up and down, right? And then when you want to take them off, you just pull them off, put them away, and you don't have to worry about it. So yeah, and they got the numbers there. Going to make it easy to do the things you need to do.
Fern, do you remember like back in the day with rings when like the old school sets, like they'd eventually start slipping and like they became like you'd have to like get rid of the
That's where I was going. Like either the nylon or strap would just start to deteriorate, or somebody would feed them in incorrectly, meaning like the wrong loop where the gator teeth wouldn't clamp, and people would just fly out of them. And I'm just like, oh. But
eventually the teeth like wore out anyway, and or the so afraid you'd like sit there for like an hour trying to feed it through. Like you'd have to get a lighter to like burn it.
Yeah, it was a nightmare, and I hated every second of it.
And now they got a solution. So
well, it's great to talk about those, but let's talk about the use of these rings.
Sure, man, I'm pumped about it. I've got, again, I was telling them earlier, I've got some thoughts, and I'm gonna let you guys run, but man, I love gymnastics. Obviously, I've built my career around it. Maybe just a little background on me, if that's helpful.
Yeah, no, that's what I want. That's exactly what I was going to go to. Tell us more about Justin Adams. How tall are you?
Sure. Tall, I'm 5'7", which is a tall gymnast.
Okay, that's what I was asking because I'm 5'3", and when
also very tall. Yeah, that's a tall little person. Is what Jay is.
It's a generous 5'3".
No,
So,
first of all, wait. First of all,
is it 5'3" with your hair or without your hair?
with.
No, because we push down when they do the thing on it.
yeah, of course.
No, whenever I meet someone new, they're like, "Oh, you gymnast?" I'm like, "I'm just short. That doesn't make me a gymnast." And yeah, Vern's right. I'm so tall for a little person that I'm actually not considered an official little person. Which
see, there you go. No,
Jay, have you ever watched Harry Potter?
Ali, Roz is kicking me out of the gym. What's up, buddy?
Got all this stuff.
Yeah, sorry.
Do you have a snake? What's he got?
He's got a snake. Yeah, show Vern your snake, dude.
Oh man, we love a good snake.
Your daddy's talking to someone.
Yeah,
It's dangerous, kid.
Yeah.
Got a hair clip?
There you go.
I like it. It's good.
Don't mind the what are those in his hair? Don't mind the hair clips.
Yeah.
Don't mind, hey, he gets to choose his gender. It's up to him.
Gotta do it. There you go. There you go. No, man, a little background on me. I grew up doing gymnastics. My mom had me in the Mommy and Me when I was 2, went all the way up to the University of Texas gymnastics team. I was a walk-on,
nice.
so don't have any crazy expectations for the things I do. And that was 14 years ago. So that was a while. After
Wait,
college,
do you know Matthew McConaughey? Was he a big fan of the team?
he probably had 0 to do with the gymnastics team. So
is that the Texas school that he's?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, he loves.
He's a
UT.
huge
He's
UT
all
fan.
over. Yeah. But it's greatest school in the world. I love UT. Found CrossFit after.
Enough. I got to listen enough of this shit from my wife, Justin, who's now a UT. Going to be a.
Oh wait, she goes to UT when she goes to school.
Yeah, dude.
That's funny. Awesome. You guys both went to such well-known schools.
Yeah, man, we love UT. No, I found CrossFit after got done with UT. Fell absolutely in love. Got my level 1 in 2011. I've been coaching ever since. I am the head coach of Upreach CrossFit right here. So if you guys are ever in Austin, come hang out. But man, my mission with RxGymnastics is pretty early on. I saw that there just wasn't a whole lot of great gymnastics coaching, and man, my goal is to make these really complex movements more simple for everybody. So we obviously run seminars all over the country, but we also have online programs, things like that. So if your goal is to get better at these high skill gymnastics things, I'm your guy.
What was your skill in when you walked on gymnastics? What was your specialty?
Well, and so generally, if you do any kind of gymnastics, unless you are top tier level, you're going to do all 6 events. I competed or I trained all 6 events. Being on walk on, the amount of actual competing I did was very little, but I was probably best at vault, and I liked the rings the most. So if that's helpful.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
So having competed at college and then now doing gymnastics and CrossFit, there's obviously a big difference. I mean, it's kind of like a joke that one of the hardest gymnastic movements CrossFitters do is not even scored.
Well, that is the
right.
Kind of. So that's the funny thing. So the big thing at the games this year was the backward roll, forward roll to support. Right. Everybody's like, oh man. And those are, if you know about gymnastics, skills go from A, and you can get skills that are like G, right? Like way far down. People doing the triple backflips. And the backward roll, the forward roll are an A level skill. It is almost a nothing, right? But that doesn't mean that they're not a high skill. But gymnasts just been doing this stuff forever, right? Now you're taking these athletes that maybe don't train on the gymnastics rings often to do a skill that is challenging. So it was awesome to see that this year. I loved it.
Yeah, and I think what Jay was referring to too is like the muscle up isn't even like, that's just how you get up there. Like that's not even.
You are correct. The joke that I have for people is the muscle up is, oh, there you go. The muscle up is this, right? So like you're starting your routine. And
just walking to the rings is like it's the same thing. Yeah.
Or like stepping on the floor or stepping onto the vault track, right? It's how you start. Mm-hmm. But still, man, what a beautiful skill when you do it well.
That's amazing.
How many people do you think you've taught how to do a muscle up?
Thousands.
Thousands?
I have known. So we started we officially started on Instagram in 2021, April 1st, 2021. I remember the date, but
okay.
yeah. But we've had RX Gymnastics since 2014. Started just kind of in our box, and then in just like the city, and then kind of outside the city. We've slowly expanded. Took a little bit of time off when we opened this gym. I helped open it up. And then after COVID and stuff, I go, hey, what do I really want to do? And had an opportunity to jump on and dive in, and it's just exploded. I feel so blessed. But yeah, we with online programs, with videos that we put out, with seminars, thousands, a lot of people we've taught to muscle up.
Did you say you were in Austin? I'm sorry. Did you say you were in Austin, Texas?
Yeah, Austin, Texas.
So how long have you been coaching in an affiliate, Justin?
In an affiliate, 2011 is when I started. It's when I got my level 1. So about 15 years
okay.
now.
So a long time. Okay. So let me ask you this, because this is the riddle. This is always the struggle that I've had with just like gymnastic skills generally, meaning like I try to go to as many seminars and workshops as I can. And, you know, I feel like have a decent understanding of skills and spotting and all that other kind of stuff. But where do you, all of that has great utility, but it loses utility, I would contend, in a class setting, meaning like it becomes a bit complex. And I'm not saying that you can't do it, but where do you feel like you can blend the two? Jay's just smashing away like fucking angry cat on his computer right now. Type it. Yeah, we can hear it. The how do you introduce that appropriately in a class in an efficient manner? Meaning like, yes, I could give a 30-minute workshop on gymnastic skills, but I don't have that available in a class setting. I've got 7 minutes. How do you start to bake this in? And like, where do you see efficiencies that can be had inside of a CrossFit class specifically? So forget high skill gymnastics. Like, how do I take those things and move them into a 60-minute timeline that if somebody read a lesson plan would be like, okay, that checks out?
Man, what a beautiful question. I wish I would have thought about it ahead of time. Would have been a cool. No, guys, I do think that high school gymnastics is for everybody. But in the same way that a 225-pound snatch is not for everybody, but a snatch is for everybody. So are these skills. And of course there is a different level that you have to adjust for. But what I see in CrossFit boxes often is every day starts with a strength and then a WOD, right? And you see this 5 days a week in a lot of CrossFit boxes, depending on their methodology. Very rarely is that strength portion taken for higher skill gymnastics. And there's a couple of different ways that we can implement this. Something that we actually did at our gym that was super successful is we had an 8-week cycle that every Thursday we had the first 30 minutes of class dedicated to learning a skill and the scales. And then we would do a mini workout on it. But then after that 8-week cycle, anytime that specific movement came up in class, we go, hey guys, we went over this during our 8-week cycle. Remember, we're doing bar muscle ups, but these are the 4 scales that we would say are going to be great for you, right? And so that is one way that you can take some really, really high skill and work it down. Another is if you take it like that strength portion, and we are going to go, hey, today is bar muscle ups. And for the bar muscle ups, what we're going to do is we're going to go through and we're going to talk about some of these elements that we can do. We can even take them one at a time. If we got time for it, I'm going to just kind of show you how this would work in a class setting for bigger groups. But there are scales that are appropriate for everybody at every level that I believe you can do in a class. A big thing that I say in my seminars is if it is a muscle up that's prescribed, everybody should be doing a muscle up, right? And obviously the way that we adjust that muscle up is going to be different, but I do not love when muscle ups are there and they go, okay guys, strict pull-ups and dips, if you don't have it, those are not bad exercises, but they're not a muscle up. And the goal is to kind of maintain that stimulus.
Yeah, and also let's do 4 times as many pull-ups.
Sure.
And dips it doesn't make sense. Like,
it doesn't translate. Yeah.
Yeah, and you said something that's important, because I think the challenge itself is, like you said, everyone's snatching. So it's like whether your bar is empty or has 4 plates on it, we're doing the same thing. And with gymnastics, the challenge is you're actually not doing it, right? It's like these look different. But I love that concept, and I've implemented that in the past. I'm sure Fern and Christian have at their affiliates. Just like good coaching, I think recognizes like we need to develop these skills, and it's probably not only when they show up in the workout type of thing. And to me, I mean, part of the reason the Open is so successful and so awesome for building community is when someone gets a new skill, it's like the most the best retention tool you can have. Like, especially I think like there's probably this like gap of like getting your first pull up is amazing. Sure. And then it's like the next best one is like this more advanced, more, and I'm sure at affiliates around the world, everybody was doing the back rolls and all those things this year.
Sure.
But I mean, that's the Open is so cool.
The amount of DMs I had when that got released was just incredible.
Yeah. So I think it's massive to make sure they're developing these, you know, and for the record, yes, PRs on the snatch and the back squat and all those help as well, but just really cool unlocks. I think, so the challenge I believe, and correct me if I'm wrong, Justin and Fern and Christian, is to truly develop some of these skills, you probably need to be aware of a lot of factors outside the gym, right? Like, so in other words, if you just come into Modern Human or Rife for a year, it'd be hard not to get stronger.
Yeah.
But that doesn't have any reflection on body composition, say, right? Like most likely if you gain weight or you got stronger, you put muscle on, you lost body fat, etc. But there's no like going from pull-ups to muscle-ups probably without dropping a little bit of body fat for the average person, right? Like there's only so much strength you can get. You gotta, if you're carrying 20 to 30 extra pounds,
so
it's gonna be
I mean,
challenging.
It'll be easier, but man, I am also a big believer that you just got to get stronger. I have had large athletes do muscle ups. There's a guy, he was at our gym. He's since moved, but he is the most beautiful mover, and just the biggest gymnastics ever. Dude has to be 250, right? But the way that he moves is so beautiful, and he's so strong that he can do it. So is it going to be easier if you drop some? Maybe, but not at the cost of losing strength. And
of course,
we can always get stronger. So it's not like a prereq that, hey, if you're too big, you're not going to get this. It just might be harder, but get stronger.
I've got two young, one of them is a coach, the other one's an athlete. Both of them are like, I wouldn't say they're like bigger athletes, but they're easily 210, 215, maybe even 220.
Yeah.
And in the past 2 or 3 weeks, I've done multiple bar muscle up workouts with both of them in the class. Like we're in the class together, and they have no problem ripping out 10, 15 unbroken muscle ups at like what I would consider like a pretty, like 2 Jason Ackermans, basically. You know, it's like, you know, like it's like not small. So I don't know that you necessarily, I mean, obviously there's a limiting point where like, yes, we would probably need to lose some weight, but like, I kind of agree with Justin a little bit too. We're just like, nobody was ever upset about being too strong. Or nobody was ever like, I wish I wasn't so strong, you know?
Sure. And you can always get stronger. And I actually think the specifics on the strength pieces are going to be a far larger indicator than how small an athlete is. Right. So if you get an athlete, especially for the bar muscle up, that can do strict chest to bar, has a decent base of dips, has a solid set of toes to bar, you can probably get that athlete a bar muscle up, right? But if you have a really small athlete that can't pull their chest to the bar, it doesn't really matter. So the strength is going to be the most important piece for this.
It's going to take longer to develop.
Yep, for sure.
Can you walk us through, Justin? We were kind of dancing around it. Can you walk us through how you think about scaling muscle ups?
Man, I'd love to. So I've got, to scale a muscle up, you got to think about what you're doing, because the stimulus really is going to matter here. So I did write a few things, if this is helpful, but I do think there's a skill versus training component, right? So there is a difference in how you're going to do this skill if you are training in a WOD versus we're doing some skill work. So we got to know that. We do want to maintain the stimulus of the workout we're doing when possible, and that when possible, I do think is very, very important. We'll talk about that in a second. Strict gymnastics, I think CrossFit gyms are atrocious at programming this, and it needs to be programmed more just to get stronger. And then skill days, kind of what we talked about, how we had that 8-week cycle where one of the days was essentially dedicated to some skill work. This goes back to, man, if we go old school CrossFit, you had the single modality days, and any of those gymnastics single modality days generally were skill days in the same way that the single modality lifting days were kind of the heavy days, right? And so thinking along those lines, I think is very helpful. But so I've got a couple different workouts up here for us just to kind of dream on this. First one is, let's say we had a bar Amanda. So Amanda is that girl workout, 975 muscle ups, squat snatch. We're gonna say it's bar muscle up for bar Amanda here. So the stimulus of this workout is a relatively quick workout. Got low rep scheme here. And so what we don't want to do is do a scaling stimulus that is going to be much slower than the squat snatch would be, right? So we got to think of the stimulus there. And so what I've written is I kind of got my hard to easy ratio. I don't know if you guys can see this on here. Maybe it's not quite on the screen of what we're doing there. Do I have it off there?
No, we can see.
That's cool. We can kind of, if you could read it, that'll be
yeah,
sufficient.
Right here. Sure. So we got it here. Starting with the low bar transition, straight leg transition. I'm just saying words right now. Low bar driving drill, high bar driving drill. But I'm going to show just 4 different options that I think are pretty easy to put in a class and relatively low skill level that I think people could implement pretty quickly. So got her set up right here on the low bar.
Before you go any further, Justin, I just want to say if
Yes.
anyone's watching and they want to learn more, one, check out the RxGymnastics, but you're going to be teaching all this at Affiliate Con.
Yeah,
And
so
this is what it's all about. I mean, Affiliate,
Sure.
sorry, but Affiliate Con's part of the appeal is, yeah, you get to see all of these amazing speakers, some surprise guests still coming shortly, but you're going to be around all weekend also.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, so
I could
we'll
tell
learn here.
from these 26 minutes with you that you won't stop talking. You know, no,
Normally Jay's that guy on the podcast. He's feeling intimidated. That's what it
no,
is.
but the benefit is like, it's so cool because it's like you're going to be at the venue and people like Justin are going to be there. And we've got Rogue supplying rigs and kettlebells and all the things. So if you want to learn gymnastics, we got a kettlebell expert in John Wolf coming. We've got Ben Javolsky on scaling, David Newman on jumping rope. But the point is, like, this is what it's all about. Like, come here. We get people that not only are experts. I mean, clearly you're an expert at this, Justin, but also more important than being an expert is, excited. Like, you're clearly passionate about this.
You clearly love to teach, which I think is the most important piece.
And that's
thanks, man.
This is what not to shill Affiliate Con, but this is
Please
what it's
come.
all about. Like, there's no place in the world where affiliate owners are getting together with complete experts like this. And I mean, from Justin Adams to Kelly Surratt to Jason Fernandez when it comes to business, right? It's like we're going to have experts. So cool.
Harvard grad.
Harvard graduate. Love
it.
That was it. That's all you need, actually.
No,
Once you graduate Harvard, you
No,
don't
I
have to say anything.
And guys, I do love teaching. I think I'm.
You can tell. It's obvious.
Thanks,
It's
man.
truly obvious, which is inspiring.
Cool, man. Hey, so really 4 scales, and again, you could put these in class tomorrow. So this is not going to be our skill day work. This is going to be, hey, we are trying to get our entire class to do muscle ups, and that's kind of the mission of what we want to try to do here. So with a low bar setup at kind of a base level, it's just getting people over the bar. Can you guys see me okay?
Yep.
Yeah.
Love it. So for this one, I have no background in gymnastics. I've got no strength. I don't have the pull-up. I don't have anything. You can do this one, right? Because the thing with the muscle up is it's not a pull and then magically we are in this push position. There's an active pressure that's necessary, and to teach that at a low level, I think is important. So this one's simple. Toes under the bar. I'm on my tippy toes if possible. We're sitting back here, and I'm just going to push the bar down, kind of think about taking the bar, driving it in to the ground. Once my elbows get above the bar, I'm going to have them pull in, right? And if they have the ability, they're going to dip out. Or if they don't, we're going to jump and try to go to a support position. This is what I talk about. My legends do this, right? So my 65 and up, people that aren't quite ready for a muscle up yet, people that are just starting, guess what? They're doing muscle ups, right? I have them go slow on this one, right? So even though the stimulus of the workout might be fast, the goal is they feel what they need to feel. They go slow. Next, we
And
got to
I
build.
ran this at my gym. Like I have members who are in their like 70s that like
Sure.
you're not jumping, they have double knee replacements. And you know, if you're just listening, Justin demoed like a low bar row into essentially a dip press out.
Sure.
And we use the Rogue Kids bars for that. And
it works awesome.
Yeah,
Well,
it works great.
And the other really cool thing about this is, I think the mistake, like you kind of alluded to it earlier, Justin, it's like, go do this over there in the corner with all the dunces, right? That can't do the movement. And you're saying like, we're all doing bar muscle, just like we all snatch. And I think, I mean, Fern knows from years on level 1, it's like the transition is right. The skill work of whether it's rings or the bar. And it's like, you need to practice that. You need to do that. No amount of pull-ups and dips. What's like the joke where you like, how many pink elephants make a purple cow? And it's like 0, right? It's like, you got to still do the thing. So
Sherwood used to always say a cat and a dog don't make a giraffe. So
yeah, exactly, it was a Sherwood quote, right? Like, yeah. And it's like, I think you want these people to feel included, yet we're immediately excluding them.
Right. So that's the beauty of what we do in this functional fitness and this CrossFit is, man, there's a community and you are in it, right? It's this infinitely scalable, beautiful thing. But if it's infinite, then let's make it scalable. And we can with these high skill movements. And that's my mission. I love when I run my seminars and I have coaches there, because usually coaches can do the skills that they're coming for. They just want to learn how to teach it. And that's the big takeaway is there is a scale for every person in your gym. So don't disclude higher skill movements. Let's include them and slowly build them up in this methodology that we believe in. I believe in, right?
So you're saying I shouldn't just have everybody doing banded pull-ups who can't do muscle-ups?
No, 0% should you do that.
And go back to what I said earlier about that unlock. Like, I think it doesn't matter if it's the full execution of the movement. Like an unlock could look like, oh, I moved up in how I scale it even.
Exactly.
And they still feel like they still feel good. And also like, don't think for a second, like a legend at Justin's, I assume legends is like 48 and over. So that's I'd be in your legends class.
65 and up. 65 and up.
Oh, I feel 65 if that counts.
Okay, fair enough.
It's 5'5" or below. That's what it is.
Oh, there you go.
But that movement pattern is helping a 65-year-old in life, even if it's not like hanging from a bar, like, because it would be highly unlikely a 65-year-old needs to move their entire body weight over something. However, the side of the pool where where water's helping you, or just getting into bed,
Let's get out.
Yeah, this is going to be super. Like, I just see. Next to my parents.
I don't know, Jay. Like falling down is a big one, right? If we're talking about older
that's what I was
populations,
gonna say.
right? So like getting up, like grabbing the edge of a table or a chair, and then pulling your.
But no, that's what I'm saying. Like,
right?
you're still helping them. Yes, Sousa's chiming in.
Yeah.
Look at this. Speaking of, his ears were ringing. His ears were ringing because he's speaking at Affiliate Con.
Love it.
I gotta throw this out there about Sousa. Fern, how many speakers do we have coming?
You're in charge of that. I have no idea.
I was just trying to involve you. I was simply trying to involve you in the conversation.
There's certain things I don't want to talk to you about. This is one.
We've got about 30 speakers, and I say that to let everyone know Sousa is the worst at responding to texts of all the speakers.
That is accurate. That's accurate.
Yeah,
hey,
I can get a response from Kalipa. Yeah, I can get a response from Taylor Self, who's going to be there. But Sousa, I got to text him like 8 times to get a response.
Real quick, I know we've already done it, but plug for VIP. We've got so many speakers, you're not going to be able to see all of them. And that's like by design. But if you get VIP, you're going to get our media package, and which means you're going to get everything that you can go and watch after the fact that you didn't get to watch in person.
Well, and it's just an extra day to be around people like Justin, and then, we got an AI talk, we got a leadership talk, we got a mindset talk, we got a presenting talk, like how to speak better.
Public speaking.
And then public speaking, that would have been the word. And it would have got, I would have gotten it out eventually. And then financial planning also.
Sure.
So,
it's
cool. But I'm excited. I don't think we've ever met, have we, Justin, in person?
No, not in person. I'm pumped.
I would remember meeting another short-statured athlete. So
it's so funny. When I was at UT, I was like, "What's up, little
5'7"? No, what's funny?
You're a giant, and you're like a giant in gymnastics.
Huge.
No, but like I've had
just
friends
looking down
who
at
are like,
everybody
I'm
where you
small.
just look down at people. You're like,
Literally, it's the only time in my life, and I just felt so huge, right? But then they were just way better ninjas than I was. So
No, but when you say 5'7", to me, that's like a big person. Like that's like big. You're tall. Like it's truly like I've never understood that. I have friends that are like 5'6", and they're like, I'm small. I'm like, no, I'm small. Like you're like kind of normal.
sure,
So-
like
so-
low normal.
Yeah. Anyway, go back to the muscle up.
Cool.
You're educating.
Yeah.
I'm distracting.
No, and it's great. So guys, again, the goal kind of with this one is I just want to give you 4 options that you can take in the class, right? And so that first one is, hey, relatively low level. The next one is just adding on to the strength component of this, right? This idea of it's a constant press down. I call this the straight leg transition. So for this one, we're going to take the same setup. Now we're going to put a plate in front. Going to put a dumbbell on top. And so for this one, we're going to use our legs kind of as the pivot point to help press up and around. So this one is really helping athletes understand the strength that it's going to take and kind of that movement pattern. And so we go here with straight-ish legs, and you are going to push down. And again, on this one, if we can go up to a dip, and now we start feeling that, oh, it's not a pull into a push, but it's this constant press down. Right. And so no dynamics yet, but you start getting athletes. Oh, this is where this strength, this is what it's going to feel like. And then if we want to add a dynamic element, again, just for class setting, if you want to grab a box here, put it in front of a bar, just like that. And then we're going to load it with plates so it doesn't move. We're going to do what we call the low bar driving drill. And I've got a low bar and a high bar, both of these. They get more difficult as you push the box out, right? And so that's kind of where this driving idea comes from. You can do this low, right? So I got my toes on top, heels on the ground. We're going to dip down, jump and drive. So now we're getting this dynamic element, right? If we wanted to make it a little bit more difficult, I could push the box out. And then if you wanted to make it much more difficult, we could have legs on top as we're pressing through. Final one that I think I would add in class, and this is just getting people up and over the bar, is on the high bar. I call this the high bar driving drill. Again, we're going to make this one a little bit more difficult by moving the box out. So further we take the box this way, more difficult it will be. We're going to swing through, kind of that kipping motion, jump up to the top.
So like a jumping bar muscle up.
yeah.
Yes, but the big difference here is I think a lot of times people do this.
Yeah, they put the box right underneath the bar. Yeah.
Right?
You're not getting that open
And so you're not
close,
getting that feel. So if I take this box and I move it significantly out, now this movement becomes much more challenging.
Go through the kip swing for it. Yeah.
Right. And what I love about this, we talk about maintaining the stimulus. You have people that you're not quite there on a bar muscle up, but if you take this box and you move it out enough, you feel it, right? So to do 9, 7, 5, this plus squat snatch, you have maintained the stimulus in a way that really is going to be what we're trying to feel and give you some good skill work. All 4 of those would take minimal time to set up in a class. Now, if we want to do some more of the complex ones, like the rolling transition or understanding that the true kipping mechanics, that is going to be a skill session. But I just showed you 4 skills in 5 minutes that you could put into a class that you don't really need a lot of like teaching to do well. Does that make sense?
So one of the hardest things about muscle ups, particularly whether it's bar or ring, is you can have a progression. But I've always thought that the hardest part, and I think this is for anybody, is what is the appropriate challenging variation of that skill for 20 people in a class.
Yeah.
And that's where I think like people either have like one option and it's like, hey, if you got muscle ups, go over there. If you're still working on them, you come over here and you're going to do this variation over here. But I've always thought that the hardest part was if I've got 20 athletes in the class, how do I get 20 people dialed relatively, not even relatively, quickly,
like very fast
to get them. We're like, okay, that's challenging. Like I'm going to struggle just as much as the person over there who's fairly proficient in the rings is going to struggle through 9 unbroken reps over there. Like this is going to be hard and it's going to slow me down because like one of the worst things is like you give somebody a scaling option and they just rip through and they're like, okay, I'm moving over to the next thing. And I'm like, well, that was not the right answer. yeah, that wasn't appropriate. Like, so I've always thought that like having, you know, tons and tons of variations of these drills so that you can quickly get people there is like, that's always the riddle that you have to solve as a coach. Like, how do I make this appropriately challenging so that you leave feeling like you were challenged and got a workout versus like, oh, well, that wasn't that hard. I'm going to move on. And I'm like, all right, well, then we definitely didn't do Amanda correctly if you're just like that.
Sure.
I don't, for like the one thing I would say there, like as I've aged, is this understanding that I don't need to feel smashed every workout, right?
So, no, I don't mean smash. That's not what I mean. I mean that it was just like it was appropriately challenging for them.
Yeah, I guess you can make that too easy, but
I'm actually like I'm adamantly against smashing these days. I'm like, I don't. But
I get what you're saying. It's just a point where it's like, hey, this was too easy, but you like greased that groove and learned the movement pattern, so like it felt easier. And then also like I'd be like, okay, then like let's go heavier on the snatch, or right. There's probably lots of different methods. Real quick, Justin. On that setup, do you have anything holding the bar to the J cups?
Yeah, we do. This will be a little. I don't have a.
I only ask because if people try to mimic this, like knowing that bar is going to move.
So you can band it up. I've got a video to band it up. I've got a company sent me these. They're called Versa hooks. They're pretty cool.
Yeah, just know there's like a lot of new products coming out to lock bars in place.
So it looks like this. Just a free plug Versa hooks, right? Then you go in and you slide it on there. So and then secures the bar. It's super easy.
Yeah, I was telling you about Home Gym Con, which was like a couple weekends ago in Kentucky. And there's like lots of cool little companies like basically for home gym stuff, but you can buy like no different than the Rapid Rings. You can certainly use them at the box, but that's important just because if people start swinging on that bar, it's like going to potentially
definitely secure your bar. And if you don't have those, I've got videos on how to band it up correctly so it doesn't go anywhere. But definitely do something to secure.
Some J cups now that lock the bar.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
I just my algorithm is like all home gym equipment. And comedians, and then small naked people. But that took a while to get that into my algorithm. That was work. That was work. Okay, so Fern kind of famously talks about the bus stop, right? Analogy for scaling. Is that meaning like? Would you go through this, Justin, and be like, here's 4 options that we're going to use today from least difficult to most difficult? And how would you then implement these 4 scaling options into a class of, call it 16?
Sure. So again, because I coach at this gym, ours is going to be a little bit different because I'm here day in and day out. We do skill sessions often. I am obviously a believer in gymnastics. And so the people at our gym know these scales. And so we always have to go in with kind of that idea in mind. What I would do is if I went to a new gym, right, that had no idea who I was or what scaling options were, I would, before class, I would set up 4 low bar stations and I would set up 4 high bar stations with varying box height or bar heights. And we would go through in a 10-minute period. This is what I want to see for each one of these because, again, these 4 specific scales are relatively simple. Hey, guys, our warm-up today is going to be learning the scales that you can do in this workout. And the truth is, if everybody goes through these 4 scales, even if they have bar muscle-ups, they're warm for the bar muscle-ups. So you're doing 2 things at once. You're teaching a scaling option, and you're warming up your athletes at the same time. So you're not losing that time of, hey, I've got to warm them up, and then I've got to teach them the scales. And then, now it's, hey, guys, in 10 minutes, we have taught you 4 different options you can do. What I want you to do is find the one that's going to be most difficult for you. My general rule at the gym is anything on the low bar, you do double the reps just because it's easier, right? And when you go to the high bar, I want you to challenge yourself at a distance pushing forward that you're about to miss. Because what I don't want this to be is too easy. We kind of talked about that, right? So I want it to be, we're right on that edge. We're feeling that active pressure around. I want you to have to think for a second before you go to rep number 2 if we're scaling.
And go ahead. Sorry, is there a discussion there though on the stimulus of the workout, right? Because bar muscle ups for Amanda looks a lot different than bar muscle ups on 30 muscle ups for time.
Sure.
So the ease and difficult is relative also to the stimulus of the workout.
Oh man, it's like you guys read my mind. Let me talk about this real quick. Okay. So 30 muscle ups per time. Yeah. And so we talked about this skill.
Did you know that or you just said that?
No, I was truly curious because it's like it makes a difference. It's like if we're doing Amanda, like I need you to be a little more challenged than I do for
it absolutely does.
It's called level 4 coaching, for I don't know what you're talking about over there.
You're not even a real level 4 coach.
Hey, so the skill does, the stimulus matters, right? And so for Amanda, the goal is fast. For 30 muscle ups per time, this for me
still fast, but a different
kind of
longer, right? Yeah.
But this one now we have a single modality workout, and I treat single modalities as skill based. And so you have really two options. One, you're going to either do 30 muscle ups per time, or we're going to scale the number based on your ability. If you do not have a muscle up, we are going to allot that the time cap that we did for the 30 muscle ups per time, we're finding an appropriate scale for you, and you are diving in for that 15-minute, whatever it is, on getting better, feeling more comfortable in the skills, not for a set number, but for a set time, and not for I'm sweating a bunch, but I want to get better at the skill itself, right? That's how we treat it.
What's a number that you'd be like as you were saying, like you could scale the number? I'm like, cool, I'll do 1. Like, sure. What's a number where you're like, you're not doing enough?
15. If you can't
like
do
half?
15, yeah. So if you can't, doing 5 muscle ups for 30 muscle ups time is not going to give you the stimulus you're looking for, right? So
yeah, it's not going to be challenging. You're like, all right, I'm
done.
Sure.
Quick aside. Go back to 2008. It's 2000, actually maybe even 2007. There's a guy named Rob Miller who used to be on .com. Blonde hair, rock climber. Not Rob Miller from Seminar Staff.
Not big sexy,
guy.
yeah, from Delaware.
And it was him and Pat Sherwood. I remember them talking about, well, if you could do 1 muscle up every 20 seconds, it was like chasing the 30 muscle ups for time.
Yep.
So I go in there and I'm like, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to film it because I'm cool, and I'm going to send it into .com. So I film it. I hit my first muscle up, and I was like, that felt good. I went into a second. I was like, let me get ahead. Hit the second one. When it was time to go again, couldn't do anything.
So it was just 2 muscle ups for time.
It was a 2 rep max, essentially. And then, yes, turns out I was not good at. I still am not good at muscle ups, but I was worse.
So my funny 30 muscle ups per time story. One of the very first workouts I ever did in a CrossFit box was 30 muscle ups per time. But
you were just looking around like, I'm going to go to my first class when they do muscle. Nope. There it is. There.
So they had open gym, and I just had to go between classes, and I saw on the board, this was before you had be on the whiteboard or anything like that, 30 muscle ups per time. And I'm coming from a gymnastics background and have really no idea about a CrossFit kipping muscle up. And I look at it and I go, whew, man, this is a workout, right? And so every rep I'm doing go through, and I'm like, it took me 15 minutes, 17, whatever it took me, a long time. And then I look later, because I come back later to do it, and I'm like, how are people getting 8 minutes on this workout? I'm literally a gymnast. And then I saw the way they're doing it. I'm like, we're doing uprises? This is different. And so my funny story is I just had no idea that the CrossFit muscle up could do an upright. So, yeah.
So, and then you said at AffiliateCon, anyone that gets their first muscle up under your tutelage, what do they get?
They're going to get a real big high five from me for sure.
Oh, yeah, that's
yeah. No, if you see any of my videos, guys, not trying to play, but I lose my mind. I love when people get their first something, especially when they're working on it for a while. I've got athletes in this gym that I know have put in the work, and they get their first muscle up. I'm like, this is the greatest thing, just because I love, and there's something about, like, you can get a PR snatch, but like, I don't know why this gold standard of a muscle up has happened in CrossFit, but it's like the thing, right? You get it and you're like, I've made it, right? I've got my first muscle up, and it's so exciting.
Well, it's nice to lift more weight, but it's also like, I've done this, right? It's just heavier versus like, my body has never done this thing before.
Absolutely.
And I think for a lot of people, they probably get to a point where like, I'll never get it. So you're not only teaching them something new, but you're like, I'm teaching you to do something you didn't believe you could do.
Exactly. And it's that, and you change. I just change mindsets, because when you get
10 days ago, Cody, when I demoed it for the level 1, relax.
Well, Justin mentioned this earlier. So see, the thing is, I have short arms. Like physically, I can't do a strict muscle up. It's not possible because of my levers.
I don't know what you just said makes no sense. You'll be awarded no points And
Can
we're
you
all
see
dumb
my
for
arms?
having
If you
used
could
one
see my
before.
arms in full,
I'm going to say there's people that I competed with that were far shorter than you, sir. I think there was a 4'11"
First of
guy
all,
on our team.
let me say something. This is offensive as a little person. You guys are making me feel like you're not understanding. I have short arms because I'm a little person. They're not
There you go.
normal.
There you go. That's the why.
I think you should just start identifying as a tall person, Jay.
There you go.
Yeah.
Right. There you go.
Just change your mindset. Just change your mindset. It's fine.
If that's the story you're going to keep telling yourself, you'll stay short. So Joel Cochran. No, Justin, what are you excited to learn about at AffiliateCon?
What am I excited to learn about or teach?
Yeah, no, learn. Come on, I didn't misspeak. What are you excited to learn about?
Man, I've got to go through the list of speakers. I already know some of them. Ben,
Jason Fernandez. You heard of him?
Of course. I
Yeah.
have not.
Never heard of him.
Harvard grad.
Harvard.
I heard he's a Harvard grad. The biggest thing that I think I'm excited for is there's a lot of people that I know through Instagram that we've communicated, but to meet them in person would be really cool. Ben from Wad Prep is going to be one of them.
Ben Javolsky.
A ton. He's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, I was thinking about that because, and it's really cool too that we're all in the same space, but like,
sure.
You're all helping from different vantage points as well.
Oh, yeah.
I think your style is going to be a little different than Ben's, who will be a little different than say, David Newman will be there working the double under. So, I mean, as you were talking, no joke, I was like, man, if I were a coach right now, like this is the place you need to be. And are they getting CEUs this year, Fern? I don't know if we've dove into that.
Yeah. I don't know what the number is, but 100% there will be CEUs.
But like between CEUs, for the level 3s and level 4s, and just there's like I know it's our event, so this comes off silly, but it's like there's like no better place to go learn how to coach than AffiliateCon. Sure. Like you have and the cool part is, just so you know, Justin, like throughout every breakout, there's 4 speakers but 1 movement. If you only wanted to, you could hit all of the movement presentations. If like that was your goal, like I don't care about the business or programming, like I just want to learn how to coach better. You would get 5 hours of the best of the best. You and Ben and Kelly Starrett and Jason Khalipa, amongst many others. And that's not to forget about the keynotes and everyone just hanging. I've said this before on the call. Like the coolest part about AffiliateCon to me, and what Fern wanted was it's not stressful. It's like there's so much time to just chill and talk to the experts. Like there's no place you would go where like you get a Justin Adams, a Jason Khalipa, a Kelly Starrett, an EC Sinkowski sitting around, shooting the shit on the stuff you love. So it's so cool. I'm really excited to meet you in person.
Oh, I'm pumped about it. Yeah.
And I'll show you my arms. I'll show you why.
And then we can see, but I bet if you don't have one, I can get you one. So
okay. 17 CUs, first of all. That's like half of
17.
That's crazy.
That might be the
That's
most.
crazy.
Like
I'm going to get all my CUs.
My
Justin, let's go. If you get me because no joke, I've always struggled with strict muscle ups, and I started to blame the length of my arms.
I've seen it.
I had no other
seen
excuse.
It's really bad.
Well,
it's not bad.
Also, I'm really bad at rope climbs.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
But it's my arms. It's an arm thing.
Get there.
It's an arm. It's for sure an arm thing. Yeah.
So the movement that we're going to talk about at AffiliateCon is actually going to be this kipping ring muscle up and how to scale that for your classes.
Spoiler alert.
I think.
Spoiler alert.
Well, yeah. So a little bit of a spoiler, but I do think more people know how to scale the bar than they know how to scale the rings. Could we maybe agree on that? Rings get a little crazy, right? And so
I think it's just easier because it's stable, that type of stuff. Yeah.
Sure, but that's what and again, in the same way with the bar, I think the rings are infinitely scalable too, right? Like everybody can do something that's going to get better at muscle ups, and that's what I'm excited to teach. So we get to use these cool rapid rings. We get to teach Jason how to do a strict muscle up, and you if you want to.
My elbows hurt.
Yeah, and so we're doing dynamic there, but I'm going to be at the Rapid
short.
Rings booth, where if you want to come learn a strict muscle up, I'll teach you at any point during the weekend. So
okay, how about this?
Tell me, I'm ready.
I'm gonna throw something out there. Rapid Rings, Cody, you're there as a partner? Are they there as a partner with us?
Yeah. Rapid Rings.
Yes. Yeah. Rapid Rings is. Yeah.
Okay. Here's the thing.
Tell
True
me.
story.
I'm ready.
You accept or deny. You show up to AffiliateCon.
Sure.
Let's have maybe like 3 to 5 skills.
Yep.
That you would say if you get this, at the end of the weekend, we'll do a random draw and give away some Rapid Rings.
I can 95% say that would be okay. I've got to run it by David, who runs the show, but
that's for sure. That's why I
guarantee. Yep, that
cool.
will happen.
So
yeah.
let's pick like you be in charge. You pick the movements, bar, muscle ups. But like you have to legit like don't come in and like fake not being able to get one. Like Justin's
we
an
all
expert.
know.
He'll be able to tell,
we all
right?
know when you get
So
up
we'll
there,
pick-
like this.
we'll
is
do,
your first time.
How about this? Let's do four RX movements and then one scaled movement. So if someone doesn't get to, because I'm on 5, if someone doesn't get an RX muscle up, but they unlocked a really challenging scaled version, and then random draw, get a set of Rapid Rings.
I'm cool with that idea, and
Let's
I
do it.
imagine
You talk to
that
Dave.
will be.
David, who's it? Durante?
No, Dave Durante is the power monkey guy who is awesome. He
was there last year. Yeah.
To Dave Durante, I took the gymnastics course back in 2016, a long time ago, and he is the one that inspired me to go, wait a minute, I could do this. And so, Dave, if you are watching or somebody gives him a shout out, just know that you kind of set this in motion. So it's pretty cool.
He's awesome, dude. He's a great teacher as well.
Knowing your background, like what about that was, because I mean you graduate from a Division I college, you clearly can coach. What about his expertise made you feel that way?
It was the way that you saw that CrossFit and gymnastics really could be intertwined in a way that you could do it in classes. So I coached gymnastics for 5 years before I jumped into coaching CrossFit, and I knew how to coach gymnastics, right? And I was learning how to coach CrossFit, right? But going to that course was this idea of, wait a minute, we could do this together. And that was really cool. So it was kind of just a natural progression of a lot of things that got me to where I'm here today. Yeah.
What's your favorite CrossFit workout?
Favorite CrossFit workout? Man, I love Cindy. I do Cindy 3 times a week.
No, for real? Or you just
3 times
joking?
a week?
Yeah. Here's why. I am in my life. I used to, so I was fun Justin fact. I went to regionals 12, 13, 14, and 16. There was a time that there was a very, very fit Justin. And then you get business, art, gymnastics, life, family, all the stuff. And I go, man, what is something that I need basically zero warm up for, that I can go in and I can get a really, really great workout. And so Cindy's one of those things that, man, if I'm busy, I know it's going to take 20 minutes. I'm going to get a great workout in. I'm going to hit all the things that I love. I don't love lifting weights. And so Cindy is kind of that thing for me. Challenging workout. I love Amanda. I wrote it up there because, man, 975, I'm pretty good at muscle ups, but to get unbroken squat snatches and unbroken muscle ups in that workout is always a challenge, no matter how good you get.
What's your best?
So how many rounds of Cindy can you do?
My most ever or recent?
Your most ever.
Most ever, 32. 32.
That's legit.
So many.
That's legit. And then, are you doing? And then what's like if I said, hey, let's
recent,
go do it right now? What are you gonna get?
This past week I did 26.
It's just still
That's still good. That's still really good.
You're kipping. You're doing kipping pull-ups.
So it kind of depends. Because I do it often, I like to change it up. So one time I will do all strict. The next time I'll do all kipping. Yesterday I did all kipping pull-ups. That's another note, guys. People don't kip enough. People go straight to the butterfly, and you're missing a whole lot of stuff.
Yeah.
And then the other one I'll go butterfly pull-up. Top Holland.
Did you guys see this? Tom Holland.
I did see that. Yeah.
I did.
Yeah.
Well,
so,
listen, we need to verify that. We need video of range of motion.
It was fun.
You're not sure if someone did it legit. It's the push-ups.
Well, so he posted that.
Sure.
I'm like, I've been doing this for years, but I'm not Spider-Man.
Yeah, but you're not Spider-Man, so there's that.
Exactly.
But you're right. You get push-pull legs essentially, right? And it's like
you get a little. The only thing you need, and then I'll add in like some kettlebell swings to get some hinging there.
I'm right with
and then
you.
what about
I
Amanda?
do
What's your
Cindy a lot.
fastest Amanda? What's your fastest Amanda time?
Oh, I couldn't even remember. It's been a long
Sub
time since I've
5?
done Amanda. I'm sure it's sub 5. Again, there
What's your
was
best,
a much fitter Justin than there is here. So
I think it might be sub 5. I haven't done it in a very, very long time. I want to say it might not even be sub 5. I don't even know.
Sure.
You were competing when Amanda came out, right, Fern? Like you were still actively competing, because that was 2010 when Amanda got released.
Yeah. So I stopped it in 2013. Yeah.
But you never did it. It never
It never came up in a competition setting. No.
Just the games.
Just the games. Yeah.
No, it was funny that when we interviewed Kalipa that he kind of owned his terrible Amanda. Like,
Oh, it was.
Yeah.
I remember watching that, and I was like, "Whoo!"
But he like I forget. I know that episode just dropped, but he was like laughed as he was saying it because he knows he's like the image of terrible, like running snatches,
like running
distance,
across the field with the.
Hey, listen, man, it's competition. He's fucking sending it, dude. Like,
that's you gotta spill some tea. Well, Justin, people want to find out RX Gymnastics. You have seminars all around the world.
Not world yet, all around the country. So we're actually going to Santa Barbara, California this weekend. So if you guys are in that area, come hang out. Love to have it.
Is that
we
close
just got
to
back from
San Clemente?
I couldn't even tell you. It is far. But yeah, so we've got them all over the country. Going to Colorado, Seattle. Colorado is last week of September.
Busy. I would have gone.
Yeah, so Colorado, we got.
I think he was going to say that no matter what.
Washington,
it didn't matter.
New York.
You got busy that weekend.
Where are you coming? Where in Colorado are you going to be? Where in Colorado?
I'm going to backcountry CrossFit, so wherever that one is.
Oh, you're going to Pat's gym?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Is Pat Oyston?
Yeah.
No, this does not surprise me that you know Pat. Pat likes to make friends with people, but he's like one of my closest friends. So
awesome.
I'll hook up with you offline and get to find out where.
I'd love that. That'd be great. Yeah. So we got that, and then got New York. I'm going to be in Dallas for Affiliate Con. So another little plug for you there, Jason. Right?
Yeah.
Fun. Yep.
No, this is. You got me excited. I was already excited for Affiliate Con, but like your energy got me excited because sometimes like I'm just dealing with the speakers and just more concerned with getting them there, and then like forgetting how awesome you guys actually are. Like for me, it's like it's fun to invite you and get you there, but like then seeing like the excitement, like just reaffirming we got the right people, you know, because and I say this truthfully, like a lot of people coach gymnastics, right? But like not everyone educates, inspires, and entertains when they coach. So
and that is the goal.
It's going to be great.
Guys, I'm going to leave just in case people want to see this. I'm going to put this here.
Send us a picture of it, and then Christian, we can get that somehow up.
Yeah, we can put it on social.
I love it. I've got a PT, guys. And so it's
let's go.
Honor. So excited to be here. Thank you guys for the opportunity, and I can't wait for Affiliate Con.
You're the man, Justin. We're excited. Christian, Fern, stay on for 1 second live. Stay on with us.
Have a great one, guys.
You can take off.
See you, Justin.
See you, Justin.
That was cool. That was really cool to see someone.
He's fired up, dude.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like it got me like accidentally like fired up about doing muscle ups, even though like my body hurts. But I was like, oh, now I kind of want to do them. But I think that'd be a cool.
I did a bunch yesterday.
Whether Dave, whoever the Dave that he was referring to or not, is in, I will speak. I will ask my boss, Jason Fernandez, if he is not okay with that. I want to do a little thing. Let's do it. If you come to Affiliate Con and you unlock a new skill, not everyone, we'll do a little raffle because I'm hoping we'll do a raffle for everybody that got a skill. Yeah. I think it's going to be a lot, and then it gives you even more reason to. We could do even like a little bingo card, right? Like get these things and all. But anyway, more reason to come. And let me tell you this. You know, I was saying coach, but if you just want to learn how to move better, like if I just wanted to be a better CrossFitter, I would go to Affiliate Con. If I wanted to be a better coach, Affiliate Con. If I wanted to be a better lover, Affiliate Con.
Something we don't talk about a ton though, we talked about it last year, is like you get access to like all of these people for less than it would cost to go to a seminar to just see one of them.
Bro, and 17 CEUs. That's
crazy.
The value that we're giving, I'm going to say this, let's double the price of Affiliate Con. Triple the price.
Well, no, or we can increase the price by $300 and you can include a VIP ticket with your general admission ticket.
Well, a couple of things. One, if you haven't already, like Christian's, if you didn't, first of all, VIP is a special day, 5 speakers only on the Friday. But if you do that, you also get all of the recordings. That's 100% of the speakers. And like Fern said, you can't see them all. So the only way to see them all is to get the VIP package and get the videos. And Christian, two things. One, as you heard on the Kalipa episode, Fern announced we are doing an actual Hall of Fame. So this will be the inaugural Hall of Fame with some great inductees, as well as some special awards given out to the greater community. And I'm not going to say it because I don't want to, but we have the biggest guest possible, like on the line. Like I got to still reel in a little bit, but it's very, very likely.
People are going to be excited about it.
Yes. When we announce it officially, people are going to lose their minds. So
they know a lot about a lot.
Yeah. So that's all. Just throwing that out there. Buy your tickets. Buy your tickets.
All right,
Cool.
gang.
Well, that was great. Thanks, Justin. I know he's gone, but Christian, Fern, good chat.
Later. Thanks for checking out this episode of the Best Hour of Their Day podcast. We appreciate you listening and choosing to have us help you in your passion for coaching and affiliate ownership. You can find more episodes just like this on all podcast platforms. If you're interested in learning more, you can reach out to us on any social media platforms, or you can visit www.besthouroftheirday.com to book a call. If you found this episode helpful for you, please share it so that we can help other coaches and affiliate owners to help build a bigger and stronger CrossFit community. Thanks for listening.